Hi, this is Steve from Engage Systems, and this is an overview of a short series of demonstration videos for Einstein Analytics, showing setting up of dashboards and then at the end a discovery story. To create this demonstration, we've taken a data set from HM Land Registry of house prices in the Milton Keynes area for all the data that's publicly available up until the end of 2019. We've just used this as a nice big real world data set to play around with. I'd say in one of the earlier parts that Einstein Analytics real use case is working with Salesforce and Salesforce data. Though it can handle third-party data like this, if you were mainly using third-party data, you'd probably want to be using Tableau. But if we would expect you to have something like an 80-20 split of data, about 80% coming from your Salesforce system and 20% coming from external sources to augment that data. Though it is a case-by-case basis, and obviously there'll be customers out there with different views and different use cases. So this is broken up into 14 parts, just to keep them all fairly nice and short. We start with creating a data set from a CSV in part 2. We then move on to using icons as images in dashboards. Part 4 is using recipes to prepare, review, and make basic revisions to data and create your initial data set. Part 5 is using dashboard widget for maps, specifically using a custom map of the local area. Part 6, we show how to use a standard detail table, but also how to add images to it, creates a nice effect. For part 7, we look at using a polar gauge and using those same images to make selectable choices. For part 8, we use a time series function, and part 9 is also time series. The difference between the two is part 8 is done through a compare table and is all clicks. Part 9 is a little bit more complicated. It has a confidence interval of 95%, so it's creating a couple of extra lines and an area on the timeline graph. And to do that, it does involve a bit of SQL, but we use the Salesforce reference guide and we modify some code that's already written there. So it's still fairly basic. You don't need to be a SQL expert to do it. You just need to sort of be able to amend it to your use case. For part 10, we use a static step to make some selections. We use that with interactions, or what used to be called bindings, to then make updates onto the page based on those selections. For part 11, we show cloning a page to create multiple pages and some navigation around the dashboard. For part 12, we create a new page with a bit more detail on, using some external links, some icons, which you can just cut and paste, copy and paste as into text fields within Einstein Analytics. For part 13, we show making a few changes to our layouts to be more mobile suitable. And then for part 14, we create a discovery story using this data set, and we see some of the insights that you can get from a data set like this.